Feeling okay, relatively. Progressing every day, trying to do the rehab and get back, but I feel pretty good mentally.
What's your feeling on, have they given you a timetable for when you might be back at, could you see yourself doing stuff in the spring? Is it training camp? What do you thought?
Yeah, right now, they told me it's about a 5-month recovery, but I'm not sure exactly, where I'll fall. I'm just doing everything I can to progress. Right now I have 2 more weeks and I'm out the boot, so for me, that's an accomplishment. So just trying to stay on path and not have any setbacks.
How tough has this been 2 years in a row to be, dealing with pretty major injuries?
Yeah, it's frustrating. Obviously, I want to be out there and help my team. I think I'm a big part of this team, and when I'm not out there, it hurts. But all I can do is just prepare every day, do everything I can to get back and hopefully turn this thing around.
Do you know exactly when you got hurt in the Cincinnati game?
Yeah, it was the drive we scored. We were right in the red zone. It was just a normal down block, and I felt something go. But I, just finished the game or whatever. But I knew something was wrong.
How much you worry about? Sometimes when all the bigger guys have foot injuries, it's something that keeps coming back.
Yeah.
How much does that concern you? And is there anything that you've been told or that you're looking at and say, okay, this is what I can do to make sure that that doesn't happen to me?
Yeah, I've dealt with foot surgeries before. The biggest thing is just not rushing. So I think I'm going to do a good job of that, listening to the trainers. Definitely being heavier is a harder thing when it comes to those recoveries, but I'm just taking my time to get back.
Do you think that losing weight then is something that you might at least consider?
I haven't really thought about that, but that may be a possibility. Trying to be more lean. We'll see.
A lot of things have gone wrong on this team. But if I remember correctly, last year, baggy day or whatever, you put a lot on yourself. Like, if I didn't get hurt, maybe the season would be different or whatever. You're beating yourself up a little bit better. Do you feel that way again this year or no?
Yeah, sometimes you have the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but it happened. At the end of the day, that's what happened. I can't do much to change what happened. All I can do is try to prepare for next year, and that's what I'm going to try to do.
What do you think happened with Daniel?
Say it again.
What do you think of what happened with Daniel?
Yeah, it's the nature of the business. Obviously, that's my guy. I love DJ, one of my favorite teammates I have. But it's the nature of the business. Wishing the best for him, in his future endeavors, and that's all I got on that.
You're a captain here. How do you feel about the future of this franchise? Like, obviously, two losing years in a row, a lot of speculation on your coach and GM. How confident are you as a captain, as one of the long-term guys, that you guys are going to get this turned around at some point?
Yeah, that's the mindset. You always have to feel like, we're going to turn it around. If you have a negative mindset, you'll never overcome. So I'm trying to be as positive as I can, having this season-ending injury, but I think we have, a good collective group around some young players that can play well, and, it's going to take some time, but I think we'll get there.
What do you think as you're sitting there watching everything that's kind of unfolding here? What's your estimation? What kind of went wrong here?
I mean, I'm not sure. I can't really put my finger on one exact thing, but watching, and it's the same as when I was playing. When you lose, it's frustrating. You put a lot of work into it. All the way down from the cleaning staff all the way up to the GM and head coach. Everyone is putting a lot of work in, and it's frustrating when you don't, have the results that you want. But all you can do is go back to the drawing board.
Have you been pleased with the effort the guys have been showing? Guys still fighting out there, even though the wins haven't come. You've been pleased with that?
Yeah, for sure. And I know I can speak specifically for the O-line because I'm in meetings and watching, and we always play hard. They give everything they have. We have a lot of injuries right now, but guys are willing to rotate, play different positions, and I think that's a good character to have for the team.
Do you feel like now your role now is to do a little bit of teaching some of the other guys in the O-line to kind of get them prepared?
In the beginning, I wasn't too involved in meetings just because I was just, coming off of surgery. But recently, I've been back in meetings, and the guys said they miss my presence. So I'm just trying to help. If I see something, try to point it out. I'm not at practice, obviously, on IR, but trying to do the best I can to help.
People look at you and Dex as like the foundational giants, and Dex has been quite vocal about I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of. You're not quite as vocal a guy with us, but do you feel that too? Like, is this wearing on you? Are you tired of losing, going forward towards next year?
Yeah, no one is happy to lose. Like I said, we put a lot of work into it, and I think the most frustrating thing is we have pieces, we have talented players on this team that can perform at a high level. It's just about consistency. So I would say that's the most frustrating part.
Andrew, why do you think the offense these last 2 years hasn't been able to score?
I can't really put Like I said, my finger on one thing, but I would say it starts up front always. I think protection and being able to open run lanes for the quarterback. And the biggest thing I would say the past 2 years is explosive plays. Like I talked to Carn the other day. I think we lead the league in 17 play drives. Like we have long sustaining drives, but in this league it's hard to do that consistently. We don't have enough explosive plays. So I would say that's one thing I would say that we could probably improve on.
Do you have a sense of why the work you guys put in during the week, it's not translating onto Sundays in terms of wins?
I would say there's certain things that we do work, like technique-wise and scheme-wise, that do translate. But like you said, if it doesn't equal a win, sometimes it feels like we didn't improve at all. But I will say there's been improvements as an offense, and just dealing with what we've had as far as different quarterbacks playing, all the injuries. I think the guys have done the best they could.
It feels like every offseason here, it's like, how are the Giants going to rebuild their offensive line?
Yeah.
I think GDR is the only free agent. Like, do you feel like you guys have the offensive line to go forward, or like, what are your thoughts on the offense? Like, it should be you and Jermaine and Runyon, and
I think the injuries were tough this year, but when we were all healthy, I thought we were playing better. I thought that's the best football we played up front in a while. So hopefully next year, we can stay healthy and continue to build that continuity.
You said like the 5-month thing. So what's the next couple of months like for you? Like you stick around here? What are you going to be doing?
I'll be here rehabbing, just trying to do everything I can to get back.
You mentioned you need to create more explosive plays. Do you think you guys need to try or call more shot plays, or is it about that you're not executing the explosives that aren't called well enough?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. When coaches call plays, it's based off of trust. So if we're not executing, or we're not protecting the right way, or if we're not, getting checks the right way, it makes it hard. And then, first and 10, you call a deep ball, and now you're second and 10 if you don't convert, and that's very hard to overcome. So I think it's a little bit of both. I think if we continue to, like I said, build the continuity with the offensive line, figure out, what we're doing at the quarterback position, because, we have injuries, we have trades, all these different things. But once we, get on the same page, I think we can build something special.